Hey everyone, this is Andrew, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about breathing exercises. Now, I hope that I've talked about breathing. I think I remember in some screaming videos I've talked about breathing and the importance of it on any kind of vocals. And I've had some people ask me about how to sustain notes longer, screams longer, how to get the whole breathing thing under control. So this video is for you, if that's what you're trying to do. Now, breathing obviously is supposed to happen with your diaphragm, meaning when you take a breath, your chest shouldn't be going up. When you breathe, your stomach, kind of around the belly button area, should go out. And even around the ribs, your ribs will kind of expand. So all around your belly button area, if you wrapped your hands around your hips kind of thing, you would get that sensation of when you breathe in, that area fills up first. And if you're taking a really deep breath, first your diaphragm, the diaphragm basically fills up the lower 2/3 of your lungs. And then if you're taking a super long breath, which you almost never need to do, the lifting up your chest will fill up the last 1/3 of your lungs. Now for that's kind of being ignored in these exercises because that's unnecessary, really. If you do diaphragm breathing, that should be all you'll ever need to do. So obviously, the first thing one exercise you could do is just hold out notes and keep trying over and over again to make them get longer and control the amount of air. But first, I kind of want to go over a few tips. When you're singing out a note or you're doing any kind of breathing exercise, try to imagine that while you're doing the exercises that you are breathing in. Just even if you're not, just imagine an inward sensation. Ironically, that will help. Just imagining an inward sensation will help you a little bit. Try to keep your diaphragm and your ribs expanded while you're doing the breathing exercise. So there's a cop there, no one will see me. So while you are, just gonna ignore him. I don't know if it's illegal to videotape and drive, but I'm just assuming it is. Oh, I'm out of gas. So while you're doing this exercise, you want to try to keep your ribs expanded even though you're getting out of air. That'll kind of just encourage you to use less air. And so now I'll just go right to the first one. Now, this one is just breathing out and breathing in. So you just want to breathe out a certain pace and breathe in at a certain pace. So just start off with your natural, just that kind of speed. But you want to kind of time it. So maybe count to 4 beats. So So 4 beats inhaling, 4 beats exhaling, keeping everything kind of at a steady pace. And then increase it to 8. So you're inhaling for 8 beats, and then you're exhaling for 8 beats. And then increase it to 16. So inhaling for 16, exhaling for 16. And when you get to the kind of in-between area, so when you count to 16 in, kind of hold the breath for a few seconds. Doesn't really matter. And then exhale for the 16, for example. And this exercise just helps you control your diaphragm and the rate at which air is flowing out, which is good. And keep increasing it until it becomes impossible for you to continue. It helps control the amount of air you're getting, so it gets used to the whole lack of oxygen. It helps your diaphragm control. It's just a good exercise. It's my vocal teacher when I first, not even like Jamie Federa, Tony Arnell, those guys, just my straight up Tewksbury Music Center vocal teacher who I had a long time ago. This was one of the first things he showed me going in for vocal lessons, so it's very important. Now the next thing that I think you should do after kind of getting used to that is it's just kind of like a s sound. So you just with your so you're just making a little S sound and you're letting the air out in a very small amount, and you just hold that out for as long as you can, and then also, I didn't mention it's the last one, but you want to keep track of your progress day to day. With this especially, because otherwise you have no idea if you're doing better than before. You could just remember it if you want, but it's good to write it down. It's very motivating. So you keep doing hit a bump. You do this, maybe you get 40 seconds the first time. You try it again, maybe you get 50, you record your best time that day, next day do it again. And then you should see steady improvements over time if you're doing it right. And, same idea. Imagine the inward sensation, keep your ribs expanded. When you're doing, singing stuff, your abs shouldn't, for the more aggressive stuff, your abs will most likely be rock hard for high notes and screaming. You might not be that much then, but they should be very stable to get a solid breath support. Now, I'll throw in one more exercise. There's a lot of things you could do for this, but I'm just kind of throwing my 3 favorites. So, you know, the counting thing, which my first vocal teacher gave me, the thing, that's really useful. The last one, just hold out a note. Just hold out a, and just hold it out for maybe as long as you can. Maybe the first time you'll be able to get 40 seconds, next day maybe you'll hit 50, and then you'll keep going, and maybe you'll end up getting to like 2.5 minutes if you're really special. You know, this is the kind of thing where some people will be really good at it at first, but it really does just take daily practice constantly. Alright, so I'm at the gas station, so I'm going to call this video right here. If you have any questions, leave me comments, and subscribe for more if you want more. And thanks for watching. Bye.